Hello, I'm Don Lynch, President of Jersey Central Power and Light. The video you're about to see is designed to help you better understand our service restoration process following a major weather event. By working closely with customers, municipal leaders, and local, state, and federal officials, we can ensure our response to electric outages is safe, well-planned, and restores power as quickly as possible. This partnership also includes the groups that help support our communities, such as emergency management agencies, fire and police departments, and the Red Cross. Let me start by giving you a little background on FirstEnergy and JCP&L. FirstEnergy is a leading regional energy provider dedicated to safety, reliability, and operational excellence. FirstEnergy's 10 electric distribution companies operate in 6 states, serving nearly 6 million customers throughout its 65,000 square mile service area. Jersey Central Power and Light is a subsidiary of FirstEnergy, serving approximately 1.1 million customers in 13 counties. Its 1,400 employees provide electric service within a 3,000 square mile area of northern and central New Jersey. Safety is essential to all activities at JCP&L, for the public and for our employees. Throughout every stage of our service restoration process, safety is our first priority. We will restore power as quickly as our safe work practices allow. We believe establishing a partnership with you is instrumental to restoring electric service to customers quickly and safely. Toward that end, this video will provide you with a better understanding of our service restoration process when an outage occurs. Thank you.
Planning and preparation. FirstEnergy's storm restoration process is recognized by the Edison Electric Institute as one of the best in our industry. It relies on complex data gathering, customer outage calls, and the company's extensive workforce to quickly assess the damage following a storm. We then prioritize repairs and dispatch crews for the fastest and safest possible service restoration. As you know, electric utility systems are built to withstand the everyday stresses of nature, including when severe storms strike. This video will explain our planning and preparation in advance of major weather events and overview our service restoration process. Though we perform ongoing maintenance, ice, snow, high winds, and lightning can wreak havoc on a system that is largely outdoors and exposed to the elements. When that happens, there are power outages. Our operating companies begin preparing for major outages long before severe weather hits. As part of the process of planning, preparation, and pre-staging work, our in-house meteorologists closely monitor weather data and track storms to assess the potential impact of our electrical system and service area. If we determine that a storm could potentially disrupt service, company leadership and operations managers meet to evaluate the need for hazard responders, damage assessors, and line crews, as well as supplies and equipment. Having 10 utilities near each other means we can quickly mobilize additional assistance and support from our other utility companies. Additionally, mutual assistance crews from outside utility companies work alongside our workers to restore service quickly and safely. They help us, and we help them as the need arises. Meanwhile, our external affairs area managers establish initial communications with emergency management agencies, municipal leaders, and local, state, and federal officials. Representatives from our communications department also contact the media to provide information on how to prepare for storms and who to call if customers lose power. To help manage high call volumes during and after a storm, we increase the staffing levels at our call centers. Our customer service representatives and interactive voice response system provides outage information and estimated service restoration times to customers as they become available. Only after we understand the full extent of damage from the storm can we provide estimated restoration times. This can sometimes take up to 24 hours or longer, depending on the severity of the storm. We encourage all customers to call 1-888-LIGHTS. That's 1-888-544-4877 to report an outage, even if you believe a neighbor has already contacted us. The sooner we receive outage reports, the more accurately we can determine the location, cause, and extent of the outage, which can result in quicker repairs. Service restoration. To restore service to customers as quickly as possible, FirstEnergy has 4 key principles. First and foremost is safety of the public and the employees working to restore service. Second is hazard response and damage assessment. Third is the repair of transmission and substation facilities, with priority then given to hospitals, life support facilities, and emergency response agencies. Fourth is to repair lines that supply service to the largest number of customers, with a goal of restoring service as quickly as possible to all customers. In the early stages of service restoration, hazard responders go into the field to assess damage to the electric system and identify electric hazards, such as downed and potentially energized wires. They remain at those locations to protect the public until linemen safely isolate or clear the hazard. This isolate and make safe process enables us to isolate trouble locations, make them safe, efficiently restore service, and move on to the next hazard location. During this process, customers may see service trucks driving through areas without service as they make their way to other hazard locations. Forestry crews are deployed early in the storm to safely clear fallen trees, branches, and other debris so utility workers can repair and re-energize power lines. Once debris has been cleared from the affected areas, crews focus on restoring service on a high-priority basis. This picture shows the order of those repairs. Restoration starts with transmission lines and transmission facilities, which brings electricity from the power plant to each substation. Crews then make repairs to the substations, which can restore hundreds or thousands of customers at a time. Priority is given to hospitals, life support facilities, emergency response agencies, and police and fire departments. Restoration to these facilities is important to ensure the public's safety. Crews then repair distribution lines that supply electricity to large areas or groups of customers. Toward the end of the restoration process, each repair may only restore a few customers. These are time-consuming but equally important tasks as we want to restore service to all customers as soon as possible. During our service restoration process, keeping customers, local officials, and media outlets informed before, during, and after a storm is essential. We implement an integrated communication strategy that includes news releases, media advisories, website content, and Twitter feeds. These updates provide timely information on the number of customers restored to service, the number of customers remaining without power, and safety messages. We also provide outage-related news, safety reminders, and other important information through online outage maps, which are accessible on desktops, smartphones, and mobile devices. The maps can be accessed on FirstEnergy's website, firstenergycorp.com/outages, and are also available from each of the 10 operating company websites. Our external affairs area managers provide information to municipal leaders, local, state, and federal officials, emergency management agencies, and support organizations such as the Red Cross, and respond to their inquiries so they can make informed decisions to better serve the community. Post-storm activities. After repairs have been made and customers have had their electric service restored, FirstEnergy evaluates its processes and performance. We hold meetings to discuss what could have been done differently to improve our ability to respond to future storms. We also seek feedback from local officials and agencies, which is an invaluable resource for enhancing our performance. In closing, we continue to make significant investments in people, technology, and equipment to enhance our service reliability now and well into the future. Among the enhancements we're putting into place is establishing more consistent and accurate communications with customers and communities. We might not be able to predict where or when a power outage will occur, but we are committed to working with you to ensure service is restored as quickly and safely as possible. What you can do to prepare for an outage. While we cannot predict where or when power outages will occur, we can help you be prepared to get through a service disruption more easily and safely. Here are a few tips. Keep a flashlight, portable radio, and extra batteries handy. Know where your electric service panel is located. It's commonly found in the basement, in an attached garage, or other interior locations near the exterior electric meter. If you have a water well and pump, keep an emergency supply of bottled water on hand. If you use an electric range for cooking, keep an emergency supply of convenience foods that do not require cooking. If you have a backup generator, be sure you know how to use it safely. Keep a plain landline telephone handy. You may need it to report your electricity is out. Landline phones can operate on power delivered through the phone line. A cell phone will work as long as its battery is charged and the nearest cell tower has power. What to do if you lose power? If your power goes out, check to see whether your neighbor's power is also out, or if only your location is affected. If only your lights are out, check your circuit breakers or fuses. If no breaker is tripped or fuse is blown, the problem may be in the connection between our wires and your home. Call our toll-free 24-hour outage reporting line, 1-888-LIGHTS, 1-888-544-4877. If your neighbor's lights are out, call us. We may not know that your power is out unless you notify us. To help us respond most effectively, use our toll-free 24-hour outage reporting line, 1-888-LIGHTS, 1-888-544-4877. Follow the recorded prompts to let us know your power is out. We will respond as soon as possible. Downed power lines. Touching a live power line can cause serious injury or death. You can't tell by looking whether a line is hot or not. Even if a down line is not actively sparking, always assume it is carrying electricity. If you see a power line on the ground or hanging lower than normal, don't go near the wire, the pole, or anything the wire is touching. Always assume a downed wire is carrying electricity. Call us immediately through our outage reporting line, 1-888-LIGHTS, 1-888-544-4877, and select the option to report a down power line. Warn others to stay away until help arrives. Keep pets away too. Vegetation management. Trees and other vegetation are a leading cause of electrical power outages. To help prevent vegetation from interfering with our power lines and potentially disrupting service, First Energy manages trees, shrubs, and brush growing around our facilities and equipment. Property owners will be notified before any vegetation management work begins. However, during emergency restoration efforts, it may be necessary to complete work without notifying the property owner in advance. This occurs on a limited basis and only during an emergency storm situation. After a tree is pruned or removed, small tree limbs and branches are chipped and hauled away. However, there are instances, such as emergency restoration efforts after a storm, that the cleanup of tree limbs and wood remains the responsibility of the property owner. Frequently asked questions. Why can't you tell me exactly when my power will be restored? Answer. Widespread damage from a severe storm may make it impossible to accurately predict when a particular customer's power will be restored, especially in the early phases of an outage. Once the extent of damage is understood, restoration times are determined by the degree of damage to our facilities. High voltage transmission lines and substations are given first priority because they supply electricity to the local system and to our neighborhoods. These initial repairs can restore hundreds or thousands of customers at a time. A distribution line serving a local area may have multiple damaged locations, all of which must be found and repaired. All of these factors affect our ability to predict when a specific customer's power will be restored. Why do I have to call you? Don't you know when an outage occurs? Answer. Our technology helps us identify when large blocks of customers are without power, but it does not tell us where individual outages occur. Your call to our outage reporting line, 1-888-LIGHTS, 1-888-544-4877, provides more detailed information about the outage than we could otherwise obtain. We count on your help, and we thank you for your assistance. Why did a service truck go through my neighborhood without stopping to restore my power? Answer. Service crews often must first tackle public safety hazards and repairs that restore power to hospitals or police and fire departments. A truck may have passed your home on the way to one of these high-priority assignments. When I call your outage number, why doesn't it just connect me to a customer service representative? Answer. Our automated outage reporting line is designed to handle the large volume of calls that occur during a widespread outage. Although our contact center representatives are ready to handle your questions regarding your electric service, our automated outage line can simultaneously handle many more calls than our contact centers, which helps us help you faster during an outage. What is my best source of information on FirstEnergy's operating company's restoration efforts? Answer. FirstEnergy's operating companies regularly update local news media on outage restoration efforts. Listening to the radio is one way to stay informed of our progress after a storm. You can also get timely information through updates on our website, through Twitter feeds, and online outage maps, which are also accessible on your smartphone. If you have reported your outage, you also can get an update by calling us back at 1-888-LIGHTS, 1-888-544-4877.